everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Don't mind my squeaky chair. Thanks for coming and joining me in the yarn room today. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers, new and old, for returning. We did not have any new yarn barf, knock on wood. I'm really glad to hear that and know that. See, today is October, I just looked, sure, 23rd. It's Friday. Not being at the camper anymore now because it's closed. Bummer. So we'll get a lot more videos in the yarn room now. This will be Charm Chatter, I believe, number 98. It's going to be a quick one. I think I don't have, thank you for all the continuous prayers for my dad. He's doing much, much better. He is home. He is probably 75% self-sufficient. Again, he is walking with a walker now. But he is able to get up off the couch by himself. So he can get up and get a drink. He can go to the bathroom. He can, make himself a sandwich if he wanted to. So that's fabulous. We don't trust him to get out of bed by himself, or shower and things like that. So we are having some help come in for that. But, he's doing really, really well. And I appreciate all of your well wishes, prayers, and good thoughts for him. But he is still taking up a lot of my time, which is fine. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. I'm glad that he's just doing so much better, but we need to, spend a lot of time with him, just keeping his spirits up. So that's what we're doing, and he's doing so well. So like I said, do not get as much time to crochet. With the camper being closed, there'll be a lot more time for crochet because my friends are there. So I will be home more and crochet more at home than I do at the camper on the weekends. But this is the first week, so itchy nose. So I just wanted to show you some updates. I did finish all my trivets. This is the Wiggly trivet, and I put a border just, I started them with, I only brought one up here. No, I didn't. I brought up more. But I started them with just a single crochet border around the outside edge. I'm trying to find one. Oh, here we go. And that looks good. But then I decided I really like the half double crochet stitch. So I did a half double crochet. I mean, it's not really that much big of a difference, but I liked the half double crochet better. So some of them have a single crochet, some of them have a half double. Not really a huge difference, or not really makes a big difference. But then I did put scrubby yarn around all the edges of the wash rags, dish rags, to go with the set. So they'll get, as a gift, you'll get the green and red and green, in case you hadn't noticed that they were reverse colors. And then they'll get a trivet. And I did just, let me make one of these little jobbies. Isn't it adorable? So this is a free pattern by Hobby Lobby. I think you can get it on their website. It is called Coming Up Roses. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And they make it with their Scrubology. This is Dreamweaver. So you're supposed to do the leaves in the Scrubology, but I did not have any in green, or any of this in green. I have a few colors of that, but no green. So I did the rose in red, and I the dish, the scrubby kind, and then I just did cotton. I have a little bit of cotton green left, so I did cotton for the, this part, the leaves and the handle. And so I'm wondering, what do you think if I made the rose in this? I like the rose in red, and I do have a lot of red, and it took, I think I did this rose and probably 6 or 8 edgings, and I still have yarn left out of this skein. It's in here. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I threw it in here. Yeah, so I have this much yarn left out of this skein. So I have like a lot of this red. So I'm thinking just do the red and green and put it together. Then I want to do, which I didn't bring over here, as part of the gift set, I want to get some Christmas towels. And have you ever seen where you take the, pretend this is a pot holder, but a quilted pot holder, and you fold it in half, and then you sew on the half, you fold a towel in half, kitchen towel, and you just, well, you would lay it out flat. So it's just one seam, or maybe you go back and forth. I don't know. I would go back and forth because I don't trust my sewing. But so you take your folded in half dishcloth, and you take your towel. Let's pretend this is a towel, just because I don't have one in here. And you sew it also folded in half so that the towel hangs down. And then the loop on the dish rag, or on the dish towel, pot holder, the quilted pot holder, you put a button right here, and then you use the loop from the pot holder, and you seal, put these together, and then you can hang it on your like stove bar, so the pot holder goes this way. Anyway, I've seen them at craft shows, and I thought, how cute is that? So I thought if I did a Christmas towel, I bought some red pot holders at Dollar Tree, like they're 2 for $1. And a Christmas towel, I can sew a straight line, a relatively straight line. I think I can handle that. I do have a sewing machine, believe it or not. So I thought I would add that and the scrubby and this in a dish towel, and cute Christmas gift, right? So that's what I think I'm going to do. Maybe get a little cheapo basket from the Dollar Tree and put them in there as a Christmas gift. So that's my thought process. But what do you think if I did this with, or just use, because I have, this is all the green yarn I have left, and I don't mind using the green, as this, and it doesn't take long to make the handle. It doesn't take long to make the whole thing. But I really, what do you think if the flowers were made out of this? Or use this as the leaves? I don't know. I just thought I would add a little bit more color to the gift as a whole. You know what I mean? Because when you open this up, it's a lot of red and green. Lots of red and green, lots of just plain red and green and white. And I do have a lot of white scrubology kind of, or, whatever that dish rag scrubby stuff is. I do have a lot. I have a whole, no, I don't. I have white regular yarn. I have a whole cone of that. But anyway, I was afraid to go white because then it's going to look like crap anyway, right? So no white. So anyway, that's the update on that part of my Christmas crochet. I really like those, and I was thinking also they could be really cute as face scrubbies, but not just the scrub yarn. My skin is really delicate because of my vitiligo, but like a loofah kind of thing for in the bathtub to go with the spa day giveaway Christmas gifts that I'm doing. But I think I would mix them with a solid yarn, a regular, just a regular cotton yarn, and hold 2 together. It calls for a 5.5 millimeter hook, just FYI, because I still have it in my bag. What else do I want to tell you about it? Oh yeah, if you make this, so you make it in sections. So first you make it's 3 rows, really simple. And then you make the handle, and then you make the leaves, then you sew it all together. So you make the rows, and it's flat, and then you have to roll it. And it says in the little thing, as a hint, which I couldn't figure this out, it says, as a hint, roll and stitch. So I'm thinking as you're crocheting it, you want to stitch it together to make it round, or roll it at the end and then just crochet the ends together. I couldn't figure out how to make that work. But I just used a long, and I tried it, and it was like falling apart, and it was terrible. And I got really aggravated because this yarn does not pull out very easily. Let's be serious. So the darning needle and just grab all the ends, and it was faster and easier. So, and I don't like to sew, so when I'm telling you to sew it, or just be much better at crocheting it than I was. Anyway, when I tried to crochet it together, it didn't even look like a rose. So there you go. So it looks a lot better with the darning needle. And then other than that, it's a really quick make. So I really like that, and I wanted to show that to you. Then I also wanted to show you, I have not worked on any of my Willow Squares, but I got this brilliant idea. Well, I'm hoping it's a brilliant idea. It might be a real fail. I don't know. But in case you don't know what a Willow Square looks like, I'm making Willow Squares to make a blanket because I love the look of this square. This one is actually, in the camera, you can tell that it's two different colors. In person, it looks like it's the same color yarn. This was from Caron Big Cakes. Well, actually, you can, I guess, see that it's two different colors, but it's, some of them look more solid that I've made, and some of them are variegated, and some of them are more striped. So it's just using up scraps. But I have, and I didn't, like, I have these little bonbons. Lion Brand had them on sale for like $1 a package, and I bought several packages. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Each little bonbon is 17 yards. What the hell do you do with 17 yards? This shows, really? You would spend half your lifetime crocheting in ends. Just my thought. The kid's sweater, again, half your lifetime sewing in ends, which might be what I end up doing too. I don't know how far 17 yards would go. They also show like making a sweater and just using this as like a one thing of color around the, you know, around the neckline or at the cuffs, or you know, make a hat and have one change of color, or a couple just, you know, using these. I don't know. I'm thinking probably one isn't going to do a whole thing, so probably got a million ends anyway, but I'm going to try it because I don't know what the heck else I would do with these little guys. And I have 9 packages of different colors. This one is called Essentials. You're getting such a glare there. I don't know if you can see them, but there's pinks and greens and orange, not orange, pinks, greens, browns, cream. This one is called Iconic. So I have a couple of each one. I think I have 3 or 4 different ones. Spirited. This one is Spirited, and it's more greens, blues, and browns. So, but I think I can like mix them together and make squares out of them. So that's my brilliant idea. We'll see. If it means that I'm weaving in ends every other stitch kind of thing, that won't fly. I don't like weaving in ends. Not that much. But if it means that I can do, like, maybe use 2 to do a granny square, I will probably do that, because otherwise they're going back in the bin that they came out of, and they'll sit there for another 2 years before I come up with another brilliant idea of how to use those up. I don't do sweaters that would, I mean, if you crochet, I think if you knitted, it would be better, but they're thick. They're like a 4-weight yarn, which, I mean, you can knit sweaters out of a 4-weight yarn, don't get me wrong, but even knitting, I don't know that that would be like, one would be enough to go around an adult size anything. But this one's not bad, what they did with that. That little scarf thing is kind of not bad. So if one goes only this far to do this much of a scarf, it's not going to work out so well for my Willow Squares. But it's worth a try, right? That's what I figured. So that's my updates for the day. That's all I got for you guys today. I haven't worked on a whole lot, I'm sorry to say. I want to be able to work on well, I have to stick to one thing for a minute. I really am anxious to try those things on the Willow Squares, but I want to make the rest of these and get that part done. I have not purchased any Christmas dishcloths or dish towels yet, but I can get the roses done. I have enough of everything to make 6 sets to give out to people. Well, 5 sets, because I'll have to keep one for myself. It's a prototype, right? You got to keep the prototype. And then I can go on to the bath spa stuff and other crochet. But while I've got this in my head, I'm going to work on this because I did figure it out and I don't want it to, you know, go away. You know how that works out. So that is all I have for you today. Again, thank you for watching, sharing, liking, commenting. I do read the comments. And thanks for joining me in the yarn room again today. It's kind of nice to be back in here. So now, as Linda, my crochet sister, says, I'm going to push the button. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.